This is key to the Broncos' success. The biggest game of Bo Nix's career is coming up this weekend. Just a massive game on CBS. Just the whole world will be watching the Broncos try and extend their lead in the AFC West. And it's going to be a big game for this offense to really prove all the haters wrong. I'm Sebastian with Broncos Digest. Welcome back, everybody, and shout out to the folks who just joined. I mean, what a past few days it's been. Had a massive increase in subscriber rate. We're trying to reach 2K because we just passed 1K. Now we're trying to reach 2K so we can really be the definitive best channel in the AFC West with Digest, and we're going to keep building. We're going to keep trying to get to the top of the AFC. But first things first, let's get to 2,000. Thank you so much for everyone who's already subscribed, but please, let's keep building. Let's keep going. But yeah, I am your other host for those who don't know me and saw Mark in the last video. I am Sebastian, and I got to talk about Marvin Mims, guys. And I think a lot of people need to as well. He is very much expected to come back. They just released a practice squad receiver, so it's looking like there's a really good chance he comes back in this game, which is just thrilling for us Broncos fans. And, you know, there's just a lot. I don't know if people will realize how important Mims is. I mean, obviously we saw the Thursday night game. The offense looked atrocious. No one's going to be defending that. But at the same time, the way that Mims was incorporated into the Cowboys game and into the Giants comeback, all these major plays, Mims would come up huge on third down. Just the way that his speed really is just so clutch. The way that he, helped us with the Bengals game with that miraculous play at the end. All these crazy things. I mean, listen, his stats won't blow you away or anything like that. He only has 22 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 288 yards. But overall, he is getting 10 and a half yards per reception. So he's basically getting a first down every time he touches the ball. I think it's definitely worth noting. He's played 8 games, so he's still obviously, he has a whole half of a season yet to play. But I think the stats aren't the biggest indicator of just the way that he helps this team. Bo Nix with Marvin Mims this season, his completion percentage is 62%, yards per game 225.4, and touchdown to interception ratio is 15-5. And then without Marvin Mims, his percentage drops a whole 10% to 52%. Yards per game is a crazy drop, 161.5 yards per game, and touchdown to interception ratio 3-3. It's an insane drop off. The stats don't lie. He played 2 games without Mims, and it's just the biggest of differences. And people have to think, okay, but if his stats aren't that good, why is it that Mims is he's not like a Tyreek Hill or someone who just demands all of your attention? You have to scheme around him. But at the same time, Mims is a guy who can kind of break a game open for the Broncos offense. And I think that's something that people vastly underestimate, is the fact that Mims is that important. And I think that just because a guy, I want to put it this way, he is the X factor against the Chiefs because the Chiefs don't know what we've been planning with Mims now that he's been out for as long as he has. And so they're expecting this Broncos offense to obviously play as best as they can. But what they showed on Thursday, like Mark kind of suggested, it was probably not the Broncos' best foot forward. When I was watching that game, and I think a lot of people felt the same way, they were like, are the Broncos not trying, but they didn't seem to be watching film against the Raiders. I think that they were watching film on the Chiefs this entire time. They know how big of a game this is. The players do. We're not worried about the defense being able to hold up, and maybe we should be. I don't know. I don't want to jinx us. I'm knocking on wood right now. But at the same time, it's more about, can this offense keep up with Kansas City? And we've heard a lot of smack from the Chiefs fans. We're not worried about the Broncos. Clearly these guys are a joke. They're a fraudulent 8-2 team. We've heard it all. And that doesn't mean that it's true, because they're a bunch of haters, and listen, we hate them. It's a mutual thing. And that's why I think this game is going to be so big, is because this is probably the latest in a season the Chiefs have been several games behind in the division since Mahomes took over, or in the past 10 years, to be honest. And the Broncos, we're trying to rightfully reclaim our spot at the top and hopefully not let it go, honestly. I mean, I know it's going to be a battle every year when it's, as long as it's Reed and Mahomes. But I still believe, and I think the doubters, they're not wrong to doubt, obviously. But part of faith, the doubt and then still believing. But in a more serious note, Bo has shown flashes of brilliance, and obviously it's been few and far between. There's a lot of games like the Jets and the Raiders where you're just like, these are not good teams. Why are we struggling this much? And we chalked up like the Jets game to like always a London game. There's weird circumstances, but then with the Raiders, you're like a divisional game, I guess. But like, man, that was rough. Everyone was calling it one of the ugliest games they've ever seen. I think only got 10 first downs in the entire game, which is just really, really sad. It's a matter of, like, I think we lead the league right now in 3-and-outs. And I think it's a matter of starting off quicker. So like we don't know if J.K. Dobbins is going to play in this game. So it's either going to be RJ Harvery all the way. I'm a little bit scared of Bidet or Batty, however you pronounce it, taking on the RB2 role. But at the same time, with Mims back, I know this is a Mims focused video. He, like we've shown with the stats, he makes Bo a better quarterback by a lot. It's not even close. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing whether he's touching the ball or not, how much this offense will be expanded, will be opened up upon, just with his presence there. And I think it's actually a real effect. Chase Daniel, though, in terms of his criticism of Bo Nix, said that when I'm watching the game and I know Sean Payton's offense, there's stuff open and he's just not seeing it. I don't think he's on a second-year slump, but he just seems to be in a hurry in the pocket. I'm not going to go as far as saying that he's seeing ghosts, but every throw, whether it's mechanically or maybe his arms hurt or something, every ball is just dying, and that's a little concerning. I want to see this offense unleashed because it truly is an offense that can go. You got to have some speed guys, but Bo Nix right now, he's just not seeing it. But then on the other side, J.K. Dobbins said, I haven't been a part of a losing team, so all I know is winning. College, high school, NFL, this is probably the best team I've been on. So the potential is 1,000% there. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that if things are clicking, like, we're going to be unstoppable because we have the best defense in the NFL, and this offense, when playing to its potential, where Bo is playing confidently, and I don't know if it's like the weight of this team, like the realization that the Broncos are now the hope that the NFL has, that the Chiefs can be dethroned from the division, maybe even pushed out of, they're probably not going to be pushed out of the playoffs, but there feels to be like this shift happening right now, that the Chiefs saw that the Broncos made the playoffs last year, and I'd be shocked if we don't at least, at the very least, make a wild card spot again this year, that the Broncos are going to be a perennial playoff team. Whether Bo Nix is playing well or not, this defense is just elite. It's going to be probably elite for a while, as long as Vance Joseph stays as our defensive coordinator. But there's been a lot of questions like Sean Payton, is he out of time with his play calling in terms of like, is he stuck in like the late 2000s and he hasn't updated his play calling? I don't think that's the case. Like Chase Daniel said, he was a backup quarterback on the Saints under Sean Payton, and he says that he's looking at the tape and Bo is just missing stuff, which, you don't need an all-22 to see that Bo is obviously missing throws. His deep ball is just, I feel like it's like a 10% success rate or something. It's really rough. But at the same time, people get frustrated with like a trick play on a 3rd and 1, which don't get me wrong, that was stupid. That took us out of field goal range. But I still think this is more of a Knicks thing where he needs to fix whatever's going on, and Sean needs to help him play like Bo Nix. And Marvin Mims is the guy that helps Bo play like Bo. I don't know what it is necessarily. His speed, his reliability, just like, being in sync with Bo. It does feel like that's, just like Courtland is in sync with Bo. It feels like for some reason Franklin is not on the same page as Bo, even though they had all that time in Oregon. But I do trust Marvin Mims in terms of that synergy that they have, that they're on the same page, that they're able to anticipate each other's expectations and moves, which is really, really neat and exciting. So anyway, question is for you guys. How do you feel about Marvin Mims coming back for the Chiefs game? Do you think that this is a massive upgrade like I'm hyping it up to be? Or do you think that it's just another receiver, another body? You look at the stats and you don't see as much of a increase in production that I'd be expecting. It'll be interesting. We're going to try and stream the game this Sunday. It's just one of the biggest games of the year. I'm nervous but really excited because Chiefs guys like Nick Wright have been talking crazy. Like Bo is just like easily the worst quarterback of his class, and he's going to be the worst quarterback in the playoffs by far. He's saying all these different things, slandering our name. And guess what? If we win this game, I want Broncos fans to be crazy. I want us to never shut up about it because it is our time. I can feel it in our bones. Just like the game with Russell Wilson when we beat the Chiefs like handily. Now that was more of a defensive performance, but still, I don't know if Broncos fans felt this way, but that morning I kind of knew we were going to win the game. I didn't say it. I didn't say it out loud, but in my head I was like, something just feels weird about like the air this morning. And so this is kind of, I don't know if I'm feeling that yet, but I felt that on game day. So I got to wait till game day to see how I'm feeling. But again, be here for the live stream. Be here just for all the Broncos content. We're going to continue covering this game. It's still early in the week. But get ready, guys. This is going to be a heavyweight battle and a lot of things to come. But let me know what you think about Marvin Mims in the comments. Let me know what you think about the channel. And really excited to keep this thing going, guys. So let's keep subscribing. Let's keep boosting this number. It's been awesome. I think we're just around where the Chiefs Digest is. So let's push it a little bit higher so we know definitively we have more than they do. So until the next video, guys, we'll see you then.